If you're brand new to piping flowers, piping the star drop flower is the best place to start. It's so simple and you can make very beautiful designs with just a little effort. Because we're working with tips that have a lot of grooves, it's important to use medium consistency icing. If your icing is too stiff, you're going to have a hard time piping and your tip might even get clogged. If your icing is too thin, the petals just won't hold their shape. For this technique, we're going to need drop flower tips, and I have a variety of drop flower tips that we're going to try. I have a 1B, 1G, 2C, 2F, 225, and a 109. We have different sizes, and they're all going to produce some really unique blossoms. I have a bunch of bags in different colors already fitted with drop flower tips, so I can show you what these are going to look like. I'm going to start with a decorating bag that's fitted with a 1B tip, and I'm going to hold the bag straight up with the tip just touching the surface. You're almost hovering here. If you press your tip down really hard, you're going to end up with a hole in the middle. If you just lightly touch the surface, you'll give enough room for the icing to build up underneath and you won't have any holes. Start squeezing and let the icing build to form a flower. Stop squeezing and then we pull the tip away. That's really important. If you don't stop squeezing, you're going to get a lot of texture going upward, which is fine if that's the look you're going for, like if you're piping a hydrangea, for example. But if you want to remain somewhat flat, stop before you pull away. You can also pipe a center if you like. That's just totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead now and show you the rest of these tips. These flowers are so simple. If you make a cluster of the 1Bs, it's going to start to look like a hydrangea. The 109 is really interesting too, and the petals are more turned out, and that's because of the shape of the tip. When you're done piping the flowers, you can add centers to add a little bit of extra pop of color. If you want some tips on piping centers, watch our How to Pipe a Center video, where we'll go into a lot more detail. Here's a really simple, colorful project using the star drop flower technique. It's such an easy way to add a pop of color to everyday treats like cupcakes, cookies, and you can even do it on brownies and pies. If you pipe in royal, cover a cookie sheet or a cutting board with parchment, let it dry, and pop it off. If you pipe in buttercream, it's best to pipe directly on your cake or cupcakes like I did.